Alright guys, this is the second video about the Hotone Ampero Mini, and this time I'm using this really compact device but amazing device with a real cabinet. So like for example a live stage. So in the previous video I've shown this device directly to an audio interface using inside cabinets, cab simulation and my own impulse responses. This time I'll show you how this sounds without the internal cabinet but with external cabinet with microphone. So let's start listening how this amazing unit sounds. Okay, so let's go straight to the point, to the sound. So let me introduce what I'm using for this test. I'm using my trusty Gibson Les Paul Standard. This is with Alnicock 5 pickups, going straight to the input of the Hotone Ampero Mini, and from the output of the Hotone Ampero Mini I'm going to a power amp because I need to move the cone of this cabinet. So the power amp is here, you cannot see it because it's not the point of this test. Is basically a 50 watt power amp from my amplifier. So I'm going directly from this output to the return basically of your favorite amplifier, and you will use only the power amp section. So only the tube power amp section. This is a tube power amp, and then it's connected this David Laboga cabinet. This is the tight version with Manzer 30 speaker, really similar to vintage 30 but fuller with more mids and more bass. So this cabinet is for metal, okay? And I also create the impulse responses for this cabinet. If you are interested to purchase, you have the link in the description. This cabinet is mic'd up with my trusty Hotone Audio LS208 microphone. It's a great microphone for podcasts, great microphone for any kind of rejection you want to get, and this is great for cabinets. Straight to my Antelope Orion Studio Synergy Core audio interface, which is here, and I'm recording with Studio One 6. So this is the routing. Let me show you my previous presets that I prepared for the previous video. So the presets are the same but without the cabinet. How to disengage the cabinet? Well, it's very easy. You can go to the first page and here you have the global settings. Let's go to the global, and here you have the input and output. Here, as you can see, you can change the input level, the cabinet, if you want the cabinet on the left or on the right, because the output is stereo, which is super great for the, of course, or the modulation and the effects. You can decide to disengage or not the cabinet. So you put off when you use only the device, so without a real cabinet. So you're using the inside impulse responses, and will sound differently, which sounds basically much more boomy. Because basically you are using in serial two cabinets, your impulse response and the cabinet itself. So you have to put this on. So you don't want cabinet, so you are putting on the no cab option. In this way you're using only this cabinet, and in each kind of preset that you have, for example this one, if you go to edit, you will see here the cabinet and it's engaged, but even if it's engaged you will not listen any changing, because there is no any changing if you put on and off, because you have changed it in the global settings, okay? So in this way you will use every kind of preset you have inside, also the stock presets, without the internal cabinet. So you can connect your external cabinet and play in a stage in very loud volume. So in this way you can also experiment some sounds with different microphone and different speakers. The same preset that I've prepared for the previous video has been changed a bit for this test, because I've used different impulse responses in the previous video, my own impulse responses, and they sounded a bit different than these speakers. So I had to change something. For example, I have the same preset here. This is the the previous, the 𝙤𝙤𝙙𝙬, this is the preset that I've used with the impulse responses. Now is with impulse response disengaged, and it sounds like this. With this cabinet, I don't like so much because this cabinet is much more mid-focus and there is less bass, because maybe the impulse response that I had was with much more bass. So what I did is changing basically the equalization of the post equalization, and basically now it's changed with same settings but with much more equalization on the post. This is the same 𝙤𝙤𝙬𝙀 with no cabinet. Of course, there are also the effects that I can disengage. And by the way, all the 3 presets that I shown in this video will be available for free for all the members of my YouTube channel. So if you are not member and you want to download impulse responses, guitar presets, DAW templates, and so on and so forth, really a lot of stuff, you have already a lot of benefits that you can download directly in the community section, you can join my YouTube channel. And this will be really appreciated because you will help me to grow this channel and to continue to make great content for you. Let's start listening how this unit sounds, how it behaves. So let's start. This is the first preset you already listened. This is the 𝙤𝙤𝙬𝙀. Let's now put some delay and reverb. Here it is. And now it's really more for solos. Wow, sounds great. Let's go to the second preset, which is the Mad Plexi. This is more for plexi sound, and again without the cabinet, so it's been changing something on the equalization. And now my last preset, which is the space preset, really pristine, clear, clean sound. I really like how this unit sounds. It's really easy to create great sounds fastly. So let's listen also the stock presets. So let's go here. Okay, this is the gently bouncy. The only inconvenient is that the preset that you have here basically has been created for a stereo purpose, and when you use mono cabinet, basically you will listen only one side of the effects. If you have the ping pong effect, you will only listen one side. So basically it's like an half time that the precise setting of the, for example, delay. You have basically half time than what you can read on the settings. Geyser. Oops! Alright guys, so this is the Hotone Ampero Mini, and this time I've shown you with the real cabinet. It sounds really great in my opinion, so you have the link in the description if you're interested to this unit. Really compact, but it's really great for the sound. Let me know what you think about, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!